If you've been following my LogHaven playlist and you've gotten this far, then you must be interested in seeing the inside. So, yes, let me again give you a summary of what we're going to see. And of course, this is what we saw outside of LogHaven, but inside of LogHaven, we are going to go floor by floor. And the most time is going to be spent on the first floor. In fact, 22 minutes, because that's where most of the interest and time would be spent. Because upstairs is just a master, I shouldn't say just, is a master and guest bedroom, separated by a short hall and an upstairs bathroom with a shower. And then, let's see, yeah, then we're going to go down to the basement. And I should warn you, these tours would be, oh, I don't know if I told you how long. Yeah, so that's going to be almost 8 minutes on the second floor. Almost 7 minutes in the basement. It would have been a lot longer, but I'm starting to speed up the slides now, so it doesn't take that much time. And I went to the extreme in the barn, and it's just going to be 5 minutes. So let's, with that, start the show. But I'm going to confess my guilt that, yes, I have come to find out that I've abused the copyright laws by, I thought what I had available to me in ignorance of the law is no excuse. I don't want to spend a lot of time here. But, you know, I thought if I had it available to me in Aperture that, you know, it would have been legit and it would have been what they call public domain. But I certainly was wrong. And so you have to yield to the copyright police. But I am going to still try to go under the radar by having it as background music and talking over it, and hopefully that will, what we say, obfuscate the copyright police, and I feel little harm is done. But if I am wrong, I've invested this time in this tour, and the next one I will get even better at narrating. So with that, Mr. Projectionist, let's start the show. And here, this is just inside the front door. It's a front door with many decorative items that are, of course, included. And virtually 95% of the things that you see are included with LogHaven. And the way that works is I have an exception list. So if it's not on the exception list, it's included. But it's too detailed to discuss here, but you should realize that as you watch the tour of the dining room, which is right off of the front door. And to the right would be the kitchen, and to the left would be the living room and sun porch. And this is the overhead hanging fixture. I might mention I did not make any of the three-dimensional stained glass fixtures. They are simply too well-made and well-priced to try to improve upon what is commercially available. And that's I found that to be true in stained glass too. But I certainly enjoyed the journey. So here we are in the kitchen. Over the three-part sink is this. There's the sink. Yes. Brilliant Delta fixtures, instant hot water heater, incinerator, top of the line, reversible stainless steel, brass fixtures, a second garden window with south-facing sun overlooking the barn, and a bat box and occupied birdhouses. Very good halogen under-counter lights with double outlets everywhere with decorative log cabin cover plates, big heavy-duty vented microwave oven over a GE flat-top stove that's virtually never used. I'm a microwave vegetarian kind of person myself, so these appliances go pretty much unused, although that refrigerator, low profile GE side by side with ice maker is well appreciated and well used. There's the ice maker. If we haven't seen the yeah, here we are. If we haven't seen the dishwasher, it's it's brand new, like in the 2000, but never used. Stainless steel line KitchenAid, top line, really nice. I really have it turned off because I never use it. I do give my dog beef rib every morning. He certainly enjoys it, and I figure, hey, you gotta send somewhere, and it's that there. I think true origins are carnivores, where I don't feel humans are. I think humans are omnivores. But getting back to the kitchen here, yes, all these nice decorative items. Here we're going across the sink again. Here you can see the halogen lights under every fixture. I installed them myself. I have a supply of bulbs that I think will be showing soon because they're hard to get. And you have to be careful. There they are. Yes, I got them to mail order. And I have them wrapped. You don't want to touch them. Here's artwork overhead. It's collages from really color photos from magazines. These are 2 floral works. And here we start at breakfast and go up through lunch. And extend the lunch into maybe a early dinner, and then a serious kind of main dishes. Yeah, heavy eating. Oh, starting to oh my God, heavy duty, and then starting to lighten up the salads. Oh, that's too much food. I always room for dessert. You betcha. Time for next morning. Now here's otherwise unused space with decorative, well lit. Indirect lighting of log cabins of all varieties. I'm a pulley collector. I call those my upstairs pulleys. An appropriate waste can. Yes, these are the 4 windows that face the street. So it gives you privacy yet light. And looks good day or night. And if you look really close through them, you can see outside, sort of. Especially on the front door. There's a nice feature on the front door where there's a particular clear part. In fact, I can point to it as it comes up with my pointer. Yeah, here's what they look like from the... All the stained glass windows are indoor windows, too. They're not outdoor. None of them are exposed to the weather. And they're all of the copper foil variety. Now you notice inside of each cupboard is laminated decorative art, a lot of Van Gogh and Tiffany work, and other prints that really came from the Metropolitan Museum, along with many laminated posters that you'll be seeing as we continue this tour. Notice too the commercial signs. This is very good. This shows Morton Salt. Oh, I must have cut those out. Yeah. It shows the logo as it progresses in time and gets modernized. That's even true of the Zigzag Man. You know, he's like a very mod kind of looking. Or I shouldn't say mod. I should say simplified. Exaggerated and simplified. Made easy to understand. Here's another collage work. It's reversible. Food on one side, floral on the other. And these pull-out racks are on each lower shelf, very convenient. Yeah, it has two of these Lazy Susans that'll carry serious weight. And this is otherwise unused space there. Complete access under the sink. Pull-out rack. Turn off wherever you want. There's that big heavy-duty incinerator. The other side, you should be able to see that Instant Hot. Yeah, I really never use that, so I have shut off for that too. And that's the power to the, yeah, so, oh yeah, that's not Instant Hot. Here we are. Okay, yeah, this is a new but never used. Yeah, very nice. Stainless steel. Good place. I think I'm storing empty bags in there now. So, I hope this is all creature comforts that one would not expect, but be pleased by. You can see what a pleasant lifestyle one could live in such a accessible kitchen. There's the other Lazy Susan. And yeah, storage, more storage than I really need, which is really good. And this little peninsula here, more storage again. Harder to get to. There's the, actually I keep the pots and pans in here. I think that'll be showing up. I guess they took them out. Yeah, so here I hope, yeah, there's a, that broke. That's a carbon monoxide monitor. And here's each of the little cubby holes that are filled with a unique log cabin that is indirectly lit. And here we are now. Now we're up in the balcony looking over the cathedral ceiling and the living room, dining room area. No, just the living room area. Living room and sun porch. Track lighting along the whole ridge with overhead fan. That's very nice to leave on low speed in either summer or winter. Those are like spotlights where you can highlight. In fact, I have one that's on the wood stove they'll be seeing. A cross-tine log. This is a very sturdy home. It's a New England log home. I've probably mentioned that before. There you can see the sun porch. That was my first major addition to LogHaven in 1989, approximately. There's those two skylights with overhead fan. This is an alpaca fur from Peru. And this is wall art from the 70s. It's high-density foam. Quite decorative. I would call LogHaven's decorations eclectic. Because here we're going in sort of nautical theme. This was a figurehead to a square rigger. Oh, that ship and the wheel are now gone. But this guy is here, this eagle, and this is Alabaster from actually Madrid. That Art Nouveau lady is gone. But that guy is there. It's this is more recent. I call it Chinese plastic resin. And it's probably either good to listen to me or try. It's probably going too fast to read, but gee, even at this rate, it's 22 minutes and we're at 14 minutes already. So here's a Buddha, CPR. Here's a decorative log. Oh, I didn't. I guess I cut a lot out here. Yeah, to keep. I wanted to keep the time down. So there's more that you don't see. Let me say that. Yeah, and this is the star. Well, I call it Midnight Blue. It's 3 separate slidable panels on channels, so it's I think a very good installation, and it's a good representation of I think Van Gogh's work through my interpretation. And it can be removed if one wants to be more public, but thank you, not me. Actually, I had to expand those curtains to have it in full view. Maybe you can get an idea of the installation. And this is very appropriate to the location. I think it would be hard to find such a piece of furniture. And specialized furniture is always expensive. Good wall or window treatment on every window, and there are 11 of these garden windows of basically 3 different sizes. This is the tall and narrow size, and this is a fantastic sound system. I hope I will be showing you the work. There's almost 500 feet of speaker cable wired throughout LogHaven's. The speakers are up on the balcony and down in the basement and out on the deck. Here you can see the wiring. Actually, it looks messy, but actually it's as neat as can be with that much there. You can see very nice interconnection, and basically all that stuff goes down through the basement to all these different locations. And there are speakers outdoors and in the basement and up on the balcony. And that's the subwoofer right there that the stereo is sitting on. There's a mantle and the wood stove. There's too much detail to explain here, but it's a Vermont casting porcelain Defiant Encore. Heavily used, but not in the past, not in the recent past. I probably retired from doing that about 8 years ago. It's just a very big logistical work, but this is a very efficient way to supplement heating. But I might mention, if you do want to use it, you should consider the impact it may have on your insurance, homeowner's insurance, and also you would need to get a permit from the township for its operation. And this nice entertainment center here with the background accompaniment that hopefully is going under the radar. And again, she's gone, but the entertainment center is there. But you need to understand that if you wanted to use the air conditioner there, the through-the-wall air conditioner, heavy duty, there is a blockage there, and you might have to relocate or at least move it away further. And you would then direct the cold air up. This is the other garden window, and here is the sun porch. This is a 4-season laminated cedar. Double glazed. It gives a very good transition from indoors to the eastern facing open rear deck. And basically, before this was open deck and inaccessible, except from the other side, but now made accessible through making what were windows into doors. So this French door, double French door here, and the doors on the side were all windows. And it has well lit. It has its own heating zone, but honestly, I've drained the system and never heated it in the winter. It has pulled down quilted curtains, and this bus of power along all the walls has this vent axial reversible fan. Never really needed. This is the north facing, so it doesn't really get that much direct sun in the summer. And a removable dog door, very convenient. There's the pull-down quilt valance. Yes, and here you can see how it pulls down, what it looks like. Honestly, I haven't used those either because it, it's less aesthetically pleasing. And as I say, I don't heat it. But it does have a insulated floor too, with 6 inches rigid foam insulation, as does the roof. And this antique decor throughout. There's door pulls on this curtain. I think there are over 30 stained glass windows. This is part of a X10 notification system. So this is one of the stained glass windows. This is the first floor hall. That's the door down to the basement with cat accessible cave door. That's X10. That's the doorbell. That holds the door open because I usually leave the door to the basement open. This is a painting of LogHaven. And here's the door to the wraparound deck with door pull and bells. Repro, cast iron, narrow closet. That's the only closet that doesn't have a light. They're looking down the hall towards the first floor bathroom. A little humor. Okay, let's see how we doing on time here. Okay, well, we're getting close to the end. Yeah, so this is the remainder of the first floor. And this has a nice jacuzzi whirlpool bath. Has these two large medicine cabinets, overhead storage, and so it's small but very well. I think the space is very well used. Has this modesty window. That was my first stained glass window. This rubber ducky. Nice towel racks there all over. Appropriate. Oh, very cute. Yes. This nice tile floor. There's those other shelves. Appropriate decor. For Victorian and oak covers for 3 of the Johns, and the original ceramic covers are in the garage attic. So here's this jacuzzi I'm going to see, a vent, even though it does have an exterior window. It has this nice Delta Brilliance fixture with side spray too, and a deep jacuzzi pool, and it has a heat plus. So it doesn't really heat the water, but it maintains the temperature of the water, and it's quite vigorous, but you can adjust that. Basically, you can adjust the direction of the spray and the amount of air that is incorporated into the jet. And those are access panels below. There's that inline heater. That's on a separate 15 amp circuit. And the pump is on a second 15 amp circuit. The sub panel is just below in the basement. You can actually access that from the basement. And I've kept all the household documentation. Here's for even the decoration and all the cabinets here, back of the doors. A little humor. Okay, now we're going into what would be considered the 3rd and 4th bedroom. But this is an office. You can see how nice it looks. Overhead storage. The computer is gone, but the wall art is included. The overhead is included. Yes. Well, I won't go into that anymore. Yeah, it has its own zone. Basically, the 2 back rooms and the hall and the bathroom are on one zone, and the living room, kitchen, dining room are on a second zone. Yeah, when I made this peacock window, this became the peacock room. So the fixtures are peacock. Everything's a peacock orientated somewhat. Sort of modesty window. It looks across into the neighbor's home, which is closer than I like, but hey, that's about my only complaint. You can see there's lights in all of the closets, overhead shelves, and many laminated Metropolitan. This is like, what is it? Hudson River Valley School art. Yeah, the church, Heart of the Andes. Yeah, I actually saw that in person. It's a giant piece here. Okay, and this would be the 4th bedroom, or what I call the coat room. It really has remained pretty much unused. Didn't have a purpose, a little whimsy there. All these doors are considered exterior doors, although they go into the sun porch. quilt rack, an unused piece of furniture, but here's where it controls that back zone. And we're done there. Okay, so that was the longest one, and if you're still with me then, so the next one will be much quicker. I think the slides are at the same rate. Yeah, it's pretty much. And I tried to make it so you get an idea of the movement. So you're going up the stairs now, looking into a garden window. To the right is the master bedroom that's over the kitchen, and has the balcony there too. I think I've included the tour of the balcony. Yeah, so now you're looking back at the top, from the top, back at a large window. It's a duplicate of the same pattern as in the garden window. Now you're coming down the hall looking into that now opened door into the master bedroom. And it is the largest of bedrooms, as you can see. Yes, this massive cannonball bed with a reversible log cabin quilt. So it's well furnished. Has a storage under the bed. This overhead fan comes in comfortable in the summer. Has good cross ventilation, I might mention, too. But it doesn't have air conditioning, so that's why I'm mentioning that. Yeah, so this is, you can see, part of my log cabin collection. These are more syrup orientated. Nice shoe rack here. You can see lights and paneled overhead storage. Even a starry night. And that's the entrance into the balcony. And then there's this other closet to the left of the balcony entrance. I guess I think I might have left out the balcony. I hope not. Well, you just have something that you have yet to see then. So this is overlooking the front street. Yes, I have these half windows on these double hungs, so you can still get ventilation in the summer. There's much Van Gogh wall art. Some of the laminated work is connected to the wall and some isn't. So one of my favorite windows. It's right by the master bedroom bed. And I think there are about a dozen or so neon beer signs that are automatically switched that come with LogHaven. Yeah, so this whole furniture set is, was purchased at one time. Actually, I bought almost all the furniture from the original owner because he was downsizing as I am, and I was upsizing at the time. So it was convenient for both of us. And I would like to continue the process. So these 11 garden windows were added when 97, when I added the roof. Yes, and I put these. In fact, that helped push me into the stained glass business because the light was just too strong coming in through those windows. The overhead light, side light's good, and I gave color to that, so it softened and colored that light. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so here we go into the balcony. It's a narrow balcony. Dutch door. Has a lock on it now. Funny story, the original owner was drunk one night. He mistook this for the way to the bathroom and he fell over that low rail, hence the door lock. But the horse was already out of the barn. And here's those speakers. Very nice. Yeah, very good sound throughout the living room area, and are out of the way. Now we're going back from the master bedroom down the upstairs hall with this large lit linen closet, and continuing into the guest bedroom. And this faces the back of the property, which is adjoined by 35 acres of open spaces property. So it's very quiet back here with good cross-flow ventilation, a water bed, two large closets. Yeah, two garden windows. No, three garden windows. Wall art. Yeah, these are very convenient. They look good and give you a little extra storage. Storage is good. Here's that waterbed. It actually has a cable light under it too, so it can become very romantic. This quilt too is the same patterns as the windows that you saw in the kitchen. So this is really appropriate for LogHaven. And those pillow cover part designs are, as you can see, the two other windows. And there's a waterbed stuff. Okay, yeah, and this was the origin of my pattern for Van Gogh. That's I would say my least favorite window. I was just sort of using up stuff. It's I guess the best I could do with what I had at the time. But hey, you learn in the process. Yeah, some people like that stuff, some don't. It comes from the Philippines. Cupid and Gabriel. I came from Japan in the 60s. Cost me $10. Tokyo street scene. Okay, yes, okay. So, okay, I guess we're done with the guest bedroom. We're leaving the master bedroom, going down this hall again, but this time we're going to turn to the left. Because this is where you go when you have to take a leak. Light switch for the shower or bathroom part. Look at that Van Gogh Starry Night there. All this wall decor. Oh, it's a very nice one. It's textured. I have two of those, you might notice, under the Van Gogh. And this, again, more storage space. So this long wall was very well used. And this looks out over the sun porch. Not one of my favorite windows. Two medicine cabinet skin, two bare windows, covered John. And that's the end of the upstairs. So let's go down to the basement, and I think you'll notice this will be a faster pace. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. And yeah, when I go at a faster pace, too, notice I make it look like a page turn, and I turn off that Ken Burns effect. And it would probably be either good to turn off my voice. No, this would be too fast to read, so I should have suppressed the verbiage here. Of course, you can always freeze it if you want to, but I would pretty much just ignore the text and listen to me. So this is the outdoor approach, and actually this is the way you go from the garage into LogHaven when you're leaving by car. So this is really the way you normally go. This nice little washing area niche. And just take a quick walk through of the basement. It's the complete footprint of the house. It's completely tiled. The walls are especially, well, the walls when they are underground, they have this watertight seal and this bright yellow paint to make it bright. It has extensive lighting, which I've added, and beer signs and pulleys, and it's going very fast. Has this separate commode down here. That's actually an auxiliary water heater. We're walking in, and there's this door there, which is now a cat door, but is a sliding glass door. Now we're walking back. It's the stairs up to the first floor. Has its own cable lighting. And this is going back through the space through which we came. That's a sauna on the right, I might mention. Right there, that's the door to it. There are 3 stained glass windows down here. One being on the door. Here we're looking out from that area just outside the basement door. Now we've gone back inside. There's Maytag, Neptune, shut-offs. That's the drain for the washing machine and the water softener. Good water basin. Clean-outs for the sewer. Water turn-offs. Van Gogh. This is the outside of the commode. Yeah, here we go, inside. This is the third oak. Three of these things. Okay, yeah. Doesn't vent to anywhere. This is actually a standby now because the primary domestic hot water now comes from the boiler. All this nice wall art. There's lights everywhere. Too much to explain here. Good storage. There's overhead storage too, which I believe we'll be seeing. That's controlled to the outdoor lights. There's several beer signs here. There's one. There's that stained glass window again. Another beer signs. Tiffany. Yeah, that's on the side of the sauna. Whimsy. All these nice plastic storage racks. This is actually a poultry rack. Here's the entrance to the sauna. It's a 2-person sauna with an oversized 6,000 watt heater. So, it heats up really fast. You get a good heat rush. Usually cooked within 30 to 40 minutes. It's off and on. Good contrast with that bright yellow wall. There's the speakers that are down. Actually, there's 3 speakers downstairs. No, there's 2. There's 2. You can bring the outdoor speakers in the basement, though, if you want to, and have 4. Can't remember whether 3 or 4. No, there are 3. There are 3 in the basement. Excuse me, yeah. There's a subwoofer, yeah. I installed about 2 years ago. This is the boiler now, yeah. So this is something a guy would appreciate because it's so well-behaved. It's like having a well-behaved child that grows up that you're proud of. Because here you have very good controls. It's all open. The boiler is all cast iron, so there's nothing to corrode. It's a very good heat exchange. The domestic hot water is just considered a separate zone. Here's the water softener. It's a new one. Shut-offs for everything. That's where the main power box. And the water came in right next to that. Telephone and cable come in just to the left. So it all comes in underground. There's the cable and television, telephone. Telephone interior telephone wiring is well documented and understood and explained. This built-in vacuum only services the basement with 4 separate outlets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. It turns on automatically when you open the outlet. Good for basement cleanup. And these are some of the switches above head. All the insulation overhead I removed because I did so much work, electrical and plumbing work here. It's nice antique signs. There's more of those shut-offs. Okay, I hope it's moving along at a fast enough pace that you're still interested. This is a very convenient, these construction lumber storage racks with cinder block Yeah, so yeah, those are very good with the many of these wooden boxes with their supplies are included, plus these two racks for oversized items. And hey, see, yeah, we're done there. So let me get rid of that. Let's see, where am I? I'm lost here for a time. Okay, click this one. No. Let me try this. Well, here, I don't know what happened. Okay, so here's the final slideshow, and this one will be very fast. So if you're still with me, stay with me, because this one should keep you interested. Yeah. And this is sort of like a freeze frame movie. Yeah, so here we're going to take a fast tour of, I would call it a 2.5 car garage, 600 square foot approximately. Has all sheetrock, but has this drop ceiling that I installed after I did a lot of work, and I actually put wood paneling over the sheetrock. Has good, all these large storage racks that has all this good stuff in it. So it makes the outdoor maintenance more enjoyable with everything that you need at your fingertips. And I might keep your interest that you'll see a Honda riding mower that is included. And although it's well preserved, it's still operating, and it makes it a almost a pleasure to maintain the lawn on a nice day. Okay, oh, and a brand new, top of the line, largest model they make, Red Max backpack blower, absolutely essential. So the three things you need are those two, the riding mower, the backpack blower, and the third is a very old Sears string trimmer that just gets the edges to look good. Now, and this is very good for keeping the weeds out between the pavers, because if you use a string trimmer, it just takes out too much of the material. Yeah, so it shouldn't slow down here. So I think I made a mistake. I might have to speed it up. Here, okay, here. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, so here's the Honda riding mower. Looks like it's at a little slower pace now. Yeah. And it has window treatments, even a stained glass window in the garage. These are replacement vinyl windows that I installed, garden implements. There's no lawn irrigation, but that if you do want to do localized irrigation, that's a portable rainbird. Here's that string trimmer. You'll see a lot of wood chips outdoor. Oh, you probably saw them. So this is what I used to spread the wood chips. So all these garden tools. I keep some of the garden tools in the barn that I use frequently. This is the older one. There's a brand new one now, and the some other garden tools in the storage shed under the sun porch. And this is just wall decor. Yeah, overhead storage again there. Sign, okay, all this stuff, more stuff, yeah. Okay. But you know, when you go to a new place, you can spend so much money on all these little, well, they're not little when you add them all up. So it's yeah, the wall decor, plenty of space, lockable, well lit. There's the wood panel, sub panel, wall art, satellite art. This is the second one. I have one in the basement too. I liked it so much I made a second one. Very portable. That's very convenient there when you go and do outdoor work. It's on the separate movable storage rack. That's right by the door. And okay, yeah, we're going to go up in the attic here. So here's a carpeted attic. It's very good for storage here. Keep all kinds of neat stuff that you might otherwise want to have but don't have the room for. That's very accessible. It has these full gable vents, has the full lights. So, and here's the contents here. It's the screen for the wood stove. Though, oh, I should have taken these pictures out. But that's a sample of the birdhouses that are outside. These are going elsewhere. So, yeah. And that's the deal here. So, with that, thank you for watching. And if you're interested, please continue to the last slideshow.